Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating areas of science, organic chemistry. In this lecture, we will explore the basics of hydrocarbons, classification. Now we will study about the now we will study about the history of organic compounds. The study of organic compounds dates back to the early 19th century. At that time, scientists believed in the theory proposed by Jacob Berzelius. He is the Swedish chemist. He put forward the vital force theory. According to his theory, the organic compounds could only be formed by living organisms. They are not synthesized in the laboratory. It means that organic compounds cannot be prepared in the laboratories. They can only be produced by living organisms by mysterious force. But this concept was disproved by Frederick Wöhler. Frederick Wöhler synthesized urea from an inorganic compound, and the name of that inorganic compound is ammonium cyanide. Vital force theory was disproved by Frederick Wöhler. Wöhler said that organic compound also be synthesized from an inorganic compound. He proved it by the help of an experiment. Wöhler experiment involved heating of an inorganic compound ammonium cyanide NH4CnO. He heated it, and after heating the process an organic compound urea is produced, H2 and CONH2, which is an organic compound. Now we shall study the types of compounds in the branch of chemistry. There are two types of compounds. One is the organic compound and the other name is the inorganic compound. Organic compounds are those compounds in which we study the derivatives of carbon and hydrogen, mainly hydrocarbons and their derivatives, in which we study all the elements made up of carbon and only hydrogen elements. It also includes methane, propane, butane, etc. And inorganic compound. Now I will explain the everyday life of organic compound, that is the example of a chicken. Chicken, being a living organism, is primarily composed of organic compounds. These compounds contain carbon hydrogen bonds, which are characteristic of organic molecules. Some examples of organic compounds found in chicken include proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, and the nucleic acids, which regulate our body tissues and the organs. Lipids are also present in the chicken, which are important source of energy. And in everyday life, the example of inorganic compounds is the raw material like baking soda and the table salt, which is composed of sodium and chloride. Except now we'll study the classification of organic compounds. Organic compounds are classified based on the structure of carbon skeleton. First category is open chain compounds or acyclic compounds, and the other is the closed chain or cyclic compounds. Open chain second name is acyclic, or closed chain second name is cyclic compounds. Acyclic compounds are arranged in straight or branched chains. They can be saturated or unsaturated compounds. In the given figure, now I'll explain the next category of closed chain compound. The next type is heterocyclic compounds. Heterocyclic are closed chain compounds that contains different type of atoms, mean they contain more than other carbon atoms such as nitrogen, oxygen, or sulfur in their ring. This includes pyridine and furan. Furan is a hydrocyclic compound with a five-membered ring and also contains oxygen in its structure, that is shown below. Furan and thiophene is a heterocyclic compound that contains sulfur in its ring, and pyridine is a heterocyclic compound that contains nitrogen in its membered ring structure. In the word heterocyclic, hetero means different. Let's break down closed chain compound into different categories with examples. Closed chain compounds, also known as ring compounds, can be classified into several categories. First, we show that closed chain compound is divided into two categories: homocyclic and heterocyclic. Homo means same. Homocyclic compounds are closed chain compounds that contain only one carbon atom in the ring. For example, cyclohexane and the benzene. Cyclohexane is an example of homocyclic compounds. Cyclohexane contains homocyclic compound with six-membered ring. Another example of homocyclic compound is benzene, an aromatic compound with six-membered ring. Means they have same number of carbon atoms in their ring. So these are named as homocyclic compounds. Now we'll discuss the sources of organic compounds. Plants and animals are rich sources of organic compounds. Some examples include the main source of carbohydrate in plants are maize, and the example of proteins in plants are beans, and the example of vitamin in plants are apples. These fruits and vegetables provide carbohydrate, vitamins, antioxidants, and their seeds provides oil, which is essential for our body growth. In animals, the example of organic compound is chicken and poultry, which provide eggs and essential vitamins and minerals. And the seafood, fishes provide omega-3 fatty acids and proteins that build up our body tissues and increase iron production in our of organic compounds are coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Both these are prepared by burning of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are the dead plants or animals which decay under the earth's crust, and by the burning of these fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas are obtained. The application of oil is in chemical industries. It is used to produce many chemicals like benzene and toluene. It is also used to prepare the road or roofs in homes. And another application of oil is that it is used as the fuel like gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. And in gas like gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. It also used as to produce lubricants for engines and machinery. Natural gas is used as a fuel for power generation for heating and cooking because it contains the methane gas. It is also used to produce ammonia, a key ingredient in fertilizers. Next, now the next subtopic and the last subtopic of our topic is uses of organic compounds. Organic compounds are used in home many cleaning products like detergents and disinfectants. It is also used in soaps, shampoos, and cosmetics. Organic compounds are also used for the building of the homes because wood is the cellulose that is the main source of the organic compound, and it is also the main source of fuel because fuel uh, provide vehicles, machinery, energy, and it is also used as cooking and power generation. Organic compounds like ethanol and biodiesel are used as the alternative energy sources. Organic compounds are also used in ink or paper because paper is made up of cellulose, and ink also made from synthesized organic compounds. That's for our today's lecture on the history, classification, sources, and the uses of organic compounds. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next class. Allah Hafiz.